Hi folks, it's Ali back. I just have to show you this. Please excuse the telly in the background. That's my son watching telly. I'm sure you'll get used to it. But I got this in the post this morning. And this was sent to me by my good friend Katherine Morris, who sells Younique makeup. And I have been dying to try this out, and she's let me borrow it. And because it's got the most gorgeous dual colours that I'm just dying to try out. So obviously I'm not going to be able to use all these in one day. So what I thought I'd do is I'll do a look a day using this. This is the Moodstruck Addiction Shadow Palette by Younique. Okay, so each day catch up with me and I'm going to do a look a day ending on Friday. I'm going to see if I can get so basically that's going to be 7 looks, isn't it? 7 looks out of this palette. I'm sure I can. Okay, and later on, catch me because I'm also going to be doing a swatch of a number of Younique lipsticks. So I'm going to make a start. Now, before you do anything, I'm not going to do this every day, but I'm just going to show you. There's a certain couple of things that really help before you start your eyeshadow, right? And if that's just sort of the icing on the cake, but if you do them, then basically it's going to pay off, all right? First of all, give your brows a bit of a brush, right? So that they're actually, before you have a go, and always do your brows, because your brows frame your face, and they frame your eye makeup. Now, I've found a really easy brow. This is not Younique, but I just discovered this the other day. It's really easy. Very good value as well. It's called Rimmel Brow This Way, and it's new. It's a powder. You shake it up, and it just does it really quickly. Let me just show you how. So I'm just going to, you can basically line it and you can fill in the gaps really, really quickly. And it is very, very simple to do. I love just testing out new things rather than just sticking. Now, Younique are bringing one out soon, and I'll be reviewing that. But can you see the difference now? Sorry, the light's better on one side of my face. But it just, again, I don't like these very painted on brows. But this just fills in where your brows are thinning out with age and gives you a bit more shape. You can line them, give a bit more definition. But the other good thing about this is it's 3-in-1. So it says it lines and shapes, but you can also use it as an eyeliner. So I got the brown for that reason. And anyway, I don't like to have black brows because although my natural colour is virtually black, it's always better to go a shade down. Okay, so that's my brows done really, really quickly using this. And that's Rimmel Brow This Way. Right. Now, the other thing that you should do before you start doing your eyelashes, your eyeshadow, is to do your eyelashes. And I am just going to curl my eyelashes, getting as close in as I can to the root so I can grab all those lashes as much as possible. That's it. And I can see, you won't be able to see on here, but when I've got as many as possible, I can actually see that I've got them. And this really does make a huge difference when you're doing your makeup. Again, I've never been one to use false eyelashes. Can't be bothered having stuff stuck on my eyes. Okay, for a night out, I suppose, but can you see again the difference now between those lashes? Let me do the other one. The other thing I do tend to have, so this is not just for vanity, is, and we've all got that in my family, is my eyelashes are quite long, but they tend to sometimes curl into my eye, which is incredibly painful. So if you get into the habit of doing this, it just keeps taming them upwards. Little tip, bend your head back and it curls them even more. And there you go. So that does, you probably can't see it yet until I put mascara on. Third trick, just to prepare. Again, you know, if you've got time to do it, and I appreciate not everybody has, these 3 things will actually really help, is to prime your eyes, because your eyeshadow is going to go on a lot better. And just because I'm using the Younique palette today, I'm also using the Younique eye primer. You can also use, if you've got a light cream eyeshadow, you can use that as a base. I've actually got one that I use from MAC, which is a skin coloured cream eyeshadow. And it's fantastic because it's great. It sticks your eye makeup on. So I've put my eye primer on, and I am now to choose what colour I'm going to use today. I suppose I don't have to think too hard if I'm going to get 7 looks out of this. So I think today I should go for, I'm going to go a bit bold because it is the weekend and I'm just looking at the top I'm wearing. So I think I'm going to go for Sarcastic, which is that one. I love the names of these. They're all written on the bottom here. So I'm going to go for Sarcastic. I do love that vintage one as well. Decisions. I'm going to go for Sarcastic Victorious. And I will use Brilliant as a kind of base colour. Let's see how we get on. So let's go. So let's start off with the very, very silvery one at the end. And I'm going to put this all over my eyelids. Okay. So, whoa. This is very heavily pigmented. Wow, look at that. You could just wear this on its own. Wow, I had no idea. I was expecting this to be like really quite sheer, and it's very pigmented. Wow, I'm very impressed, because normally with some eyeshadows you get, you have to keep layering on and on, and I've just probably been a bit heavy-handed with that, not realising how pigmented it is. You can see that's really, really a bit more than a base colour, but never mind, we live and learn. I'll know now before I do my next one. So this is not going to be the subtlest of looks, but we shall carry on, because nothing happens without a good reason. I'm going to do the same on this eye and take it right up to just under the brow. And don't worry if this looks really severe, because I'm going to blend it in later. And that's a secret as well to eyeshadow, is always blend. And then just when you think you've blended enough, blend some more. Right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another angled brush, and I'm going to take Sarcastic, and I'm going to be a little less heavy-handed just in case, and I am going to just work this into the crease of my eye and the corner of my eye and see where we go. I think I was a bit too timid this time, having just experienced the silver. So let me just put a little bit more on. That's better. So we're just blending this into the crease, and then I'm going to brush it up into a line, which I've done before, which basically gives your eyes a bit of a lift. The only thing I would say about this is that it would be nice to have a very, very neutral shade, and I think that this bright silver shade is not really very neutral. They're all very highly pigmented, which is great, because a lot of eyeshadow palettes you do get a couple of duds, but I think it would be better to have a very neutral one as a base in the palette. That's my only criticism I would have right now to this gorgeous palette, that maybe they just need one that's a little bit toned down to act as a base. But also don't forget that I also put the primer on, which now you can see at the moment is still a work in progress, But this one is kind of what they call a transition shade, because I'm going to work up to a darker shade. And so that one's a nice transition. So then I'm going to use this one at the end, which is Victorious. This lovely, lovely, lovely pink at the end. And I'm going to put this on with a little bit more of precision brush and blend it in, as you will see in a minute. So let me work that in. Like so. And do the other eye. So again, I'm working this in the crease, but if you see the brush that I'm using, it's not as fluffy. So this one is going to define the crease a bit more than the other one. The other one's kind of a little wash of colour underneath. Right. So I don't know if you can see that, but it is very good. And the silver actually is very good against brown eyes. But you can see I've got nothing underneath and nothing over the top. And I think I'm going to use a full shade to line my lashes. And that is going to be, just because I can, I'm going to use Fearless as a liner, as an eyeliner. Because I think, given that they're very highly pigmented, at least this can be the base to my eyeliner. So I'm just going to go along the lash line here and line my lashes as so. Now, I tell you what, if you've got blue eyes and fair skin, I think you could use the Brilliant one almost on its own. Maybe you want to tone it down in the crease a little bit with some grey eyeshadow, but that would really make blue eyes pop. So if you've got blue eyes, definitely go for that colour. And I don't know if you can see under there now, but that's this Fearless purple, and it's looking great. And you're going to see my son possibly come into screen. Hello, Jack.
What's up?
What do you think of Mummy's eye makeup?
I think it looks rubbish.
Oh, there you go. My critic is speaking. He says it looks rubbish. So I always take his opinion very seriously. I'm going to try it on you next, darling. Now, if you take this one at the end, the silver, that was very, very highly pigmented,
Peace.
and you just use a flat brush, something that's got a flat end like that, and you just dab it in, you can use that to highlight under your eyebrows like that. Okay? So there we go. And now I am going to blend, and blend again. Okay, and I will finish off camera with my mascara and everything else, and I will post a picture on Facebook later on. But I hope you've enjoyed today's first look with my son Jack, who will not be around during the week. Yeah, and that's my first look of the week using Moodstruck Addiction palette number 5. Hope you've enjoyed it. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.